What's going on, guys? One lover to everybody. We got Contender Series 2021 Week 3 prediction breakdown, guys. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and check out my Patreon account. I'll be dropping the face-off on weigh-ins over there, also some prop bets and some combination parlays and more. Last week I dropped the Contender Series Week 2 on there. It was like a short thing, a real quick thing I did, like a last minute, but I dropped it on there before the fight start. I actually had Chad here coming in as an underdog. Okay, this was a crazy card because a lot of underdogs came in, like my boy here CJ. He actually came in too. He was, Bruno supposedly should have won the fight, but like I told you, there's nothing guaranteed, especially in Contender Series. So a lot of times the underdogs will come in winning because a lot of guys want the opportunity to get into UFC, so they're gonna go in there and fight their butt off. Okay, they're gonna put everything on the line. So that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? Nothing guaranteed, nothing definite, anything is possible in this game, right? We're going to jump into this one right here. Week 3 should be quick thing, only 6 fights, but the matchups them on this one is kind of tricky too, guys. So be very, very careful. The matchups are very tricky, okay? First fight here we got, wow, I'm also going to mispronounce a lot of names, guys, okay? We got Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Julia Polastri. Man, jacked that up real bad, but let's get it though. Sorry for mess up the guys' names, but we're gonna get it still, okay? We got Jasmine here, right? Jasmine, a very aggressive fighter, pushes forward. Lots of volume from her. She will look for the takedowns, kind of slow the movement, and at times she's kind of hittable. But she will keep pushing forward and then throwing her hands. A lot of combination from her, a lot of leg kicks, a lot of knees actually straight up the pocket, right? She will fight in the clinch too. That's what you throw her knees in, right? But she's gonna have the 5-inch of height in this and a 7-inch of reach, which is freaking massive. Like I said, just having a 2-inch is massive, especially in the reach department. But she got 7, so that's a lot. And she's actually she fought at 115, but she's really a 125er. So I believe Julia's a 106 and 115, like an anthem weight. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah, she fights at 106, 105, 115. She's a strawweight, and 105, 106. Yeah, she fights at 105, dude. Like she fights at anthem weight, and yeah, she definitely gonna be the smaller fighter. I mean, you could tell by the reach and the height already, right? That's a big giveaway. So Julia here is 5'2", 62-inch reach. She's very tiny, man. But like I said, you know, a lot of times, you know, you see something real small and tiny, that doesn't mean that there's nothing good inside of it, right? You know, because, you know, a package is small, that doesn't mean that it's not good, right? So hats off to all these fighters out there. All of them have a chance to win. Come in there prepared, they all got a chance, right? So now because you're little, like I always say, the reach plays a big advantage, and you should win with that reach. But a lot of times, a lot of fighters, they don't know how to use the reach too well, and you have the shorter person who's almost fighting long, and they come in and close the distance and then they pull off the win. So Julia could win. Like I said, all of these fights in the Contender Series they're kind of risky because a lot of fighters are coming in there and they're putting everything on the line. You know, they have nothing to lose because they want to get on the show. They want to get in the UFC, right? So, but Julia here is actually an anthem weight and a strawweight. Fights at 105, 106, 115. She's like a little pit bull in there, you know, kind of push forwards in the pocket. She needs to get in the pocket, and that's how she fights. So she's perfectly fit for this fight because she needs to go straight in the pocket, right? She will let her hands go, and let me see here. And she would also defend takedowns. So her takedown defense is not bad in this one, which Jasmine will look for takedowns. She will look to sweep you, throw you, and go for double single legs, right? But for this fight though, man, from what I've seen from Jasmine, I think Jasmine should be able to hold her own here against Julia. I mean, as I said, you know, with Jasmine, she has the skill set. You know, it's not like she's like a horrible striker or not good ground. But like I said, all these fighters, you know, over time they get better. But I mean, I think Jasmine can hold her own. She got the jab, you know, she got the long reach, she got the straight out the pocket, she got leg kicks, so she got the knees. She should be able to pull off the win here. So what I see from Julia, I mean, like I said, she's a little pit bull in there, and she will let her hands go, but nothing really stands out too much. But like I said, anything is possible. But I'm gonna go towards Jasmine here for the win, guys. And I must say, I'm gonna say Jasmine by I'm gonna say Jasmine by decision, man. You know, it's just the height, the reach, and also the weight advantage. She's actually a 125er, and Julia is actually a really a strawweight, and also fights at atomweight at 105. So, I mean, there you go. So, next fight here, guys. We got we got Jack Mandelina versus Angie Lusa. Jack here, he has all finishes, man. 8 by KO, 1 by submission, right? Pretty heavy-handed guy. Pushes forward, throw a lot of volume. Heavy ground and pound too. He will look for the sweeps and the throws and counters, especially once he's moving in. If you try to clinch with him, he will look to like sweep it like a judo sweep. He will also look for takedowns, double single leg, pressures forward, lots of volume like I mentioned, keep throwing combinations, mix up the kicks with the punches, he works the body to the head. But his defense though, you gotta be careful. His defense here, he's hittable at times because the fact that he comes in with a lot of volume. Remember when you're throwing your punches, that's when it's the good time to counter you. That's a good time, like what Brucey says. He says the intercepting fist or foot, right? Or Jeet Kune Do, basically. You're basically stopping the person in their tracks when they're throwing their technique. So the fact that he throws so much combinations, he can get caught. But against his opponent here, Angie. Angie is a very aggressive guy, man. He's quick too. He's actually going to be the quicker fighter here. Definitely will let his hand go. Very athletic, very explosive, and could be the physical stronger guy here from what I've seen from footages, right? And also have heavy ground and pound. But I mean, he's wild though, man. This guy is wild. He's very, very wild. And let me see here. He's not too active, and this isn't his whole entire career. Fought one time in 2019, hasn't fought since. One time 18, no 17, 2 times 60. So he's not really active at all. But from what I see from him, he trains with Burns. He trains with Gilbert Burns, right? He's a Hard Knocks 365. But like what I see from him, he's not too active. And again, he's powerful and he's a heavy hitter, but he seems to go wild. And against Jack, I feel Jack is more composer. Jack is very well rounded. But again, like I said, guys, with Jack, he's open. And with Angie here, Angie throws wild. So if Jack is throwing and then Angie counters, anything is possible, right? But I'm gonna go with Jack here, guys. And I'm gonna say Jack by KO TKO, but I'm not confident in this one. Okay, I'm not confident, man. Even though Angie is not very active, and and there's slightly holes. I feel like Jack is more experienced, but it just takes one punch, and your face not meant to get hit, your jaw ain't meant to get hit. All right. Next fight here, we got. I'm just gonna say Łukasz Brzeski versus Dylan Porter. I must say Łukasz, guys. All right, Łukasz here. Łukasz. Okay, these both guys here. Łukasz kind of slow at the movement. Can get taken down. He will look for takedowns himself, and kind of heavy-handed. But I don't know, this guy's kind of like I said, I have respect for everybody out there. All love for everyone. He's still. You can tell that he's still working on his techniques. He's still working on his skill set, his stand-up and his ground game and everything like that. It seems like his ground game may be his strength here, but the striking is kind of slow. But like I said, a lot of these guys are still learning. You know what I mean? He's like, he's 8-1, right? So, I mean, he's still learning. So, but as far as I can see, it's kind of slow at the movement. He's hittable. Kind of like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? So, you can see that he's lacking a little bit of experience here. But his opponent here, Porter, he ride his chin high, and his tennis is submission. I believe he got 7 by submission, right? His striking needs work, in my opinion. Like I said, this matchup here, both guys need work. But that don't mean Porter can't win, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could see Porter submitting Łukasz, to be honest with you. If because the whole Łukasz fight is kind of, like I said, it's like a zombie. He just walks towards you. It's kind of like this is loopy. Like, what I'm saying? It's not really. I want to say more alert. You know what I'm saying? Like his awareness is not. You can catch him with stuff and you can take him down. So if Potter can come in there and just use his ground game, he might can pull off a win. But his stand up is not. His stand up needs work, and Lucas is, in my opinion, has a better stand up. But the ground could be even because Potter, has a submission game. But if you look at Lucas, though, Lucas has faced more tougher competition, though. I mean, Potter hasn't really faced anybody. I mean, he faced the guys that he faced, he lost to, which is still experience. Ronda Marcus. I mean, the guys he faced, Mike Person. I mean, the guys he faced, he lost to, but and then he beat guys who were like 3-2 and 1-2 and so forth. But again, anything is possible, man. I mean, his record could look like this. He goes in there and submit Lucas real quick. So anything is possible, but this one, I'm not confident in this one at all. Not confident. Both guys seem like they're still kind of learning, so I must say Lucas for the win here, but definitely not confident. And I must say Lucas by KOTQ in the first round because Potter stand up. It's not good. It needs work. But again, if you can take the fight to the ground, it could be a different outcome. But Lucas by KOTQ, guys. All right. Next fight here, we got Albert Duraev versus Caio Bittencourt. Albert here is pretty well-rounded guy. Keeps the pressure on you. Lots of volume. And we look for takedowns. He's heavy-handed. We catch it to the body, catch it to the head with the hooks. And we look for the submissions too. His losses here is to like Tokov and Ramzan Emies. I mean, these are very experienced guys. And this guy's in the UFC. Ramzan Emies, yeah. And I believe the other guy is in either Bellator or Tokov is in Bellator, I believe. Yep. So losing two experienced guys, but he's getting knocked out by them. But again, those are guys who are fighting at a high level. So his opponents here, Bittencourt. Bittencourt is pretty heavy-handed guy here. He's raw power though, man. Very raw, wild fighter. Very, very, very wild. Last time he fought was 218. I think both of these guys last time they fought was 218. And Albert too fought last time was 218 also. Man, there's not a lot of footage in Bittencourt here. There's a little bit. See some of these fights here, you can't find footage in a lot of guys. Just a little bit of footage here and there. Like I said, with Bittencourt here, he's very wild, dude. His stand-up looks pretty decent. He's heavy-handed and will actually definitely look for the knockout. I believe majority of his wins are by knockout, I should say. The only thing about this fight, man, is that this one's a very risky one because with Albert here, he tends to get catch by shots, and like I said, he would look for takedowns and everything like that, but you can hit him with strikes, man. And if Bittencourt hit him with something, you just never know. Bittencourt have a lot of knockouts, I believe. He has 12 by so majority of his wins, and he basically he doesn't go to decision. So this fight here, to be honest with you, I actually could see Bittencourt winning. I'm not taking anything away from Albert, because Albert, to me, I'm going for Albert because I feel like he's the more well-rounded and kind of more experienced guy here. But still, man, it's just there's something with the power here. I just feel Albert fought more experienced guys, right? So, but the power from Bittencourt, if he can land something, you could see Albert maybe getting knocked out. It's a possibility, and I believe he's been knocked out before 3 times, but by top guys. I don't think Bittencourt is like, I don't think he's way up there like those other guys were. But again, anything is possible. So this one, be very, very, very careful. We're gonna look at the odds after this too to see what's going on. But I'm gonna go for Albert, man. But it's definitely not confident because you just take one shot. And Bittencourt striking is not bad. And Albert striking, I feel Bittencourt striking is better than Albert. But I feel Albert may have more of the, he has more experience. He may know how to push the fights in a certain kind of way, maybe try to go for takedown, maybe tie up a little bit, maybe try to wear down on Bittencourt a little bit, maybe use more movement. So, just experience will kick in after first, second, round and stuff like that, right? But I'm going to go with Albert for the win here. And I'm going to say Albert by a submission. So, the guys, Russians, people going to be like, oh, he has to win because of Khabib. He has a Khabib style. Remember, Khabib is Khabib, you know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to be like Khabib, just like Michael Jackson or Bruce Lee. You could maybe live up to it kind of in a way, but you never be that person. Or you can be as good as that person, but you're not Khabib though. So, you gotta be careful when you see these Russian fighters like, oh man, this guy is definitely gonna win, man. There's no way he's gonna lose. Yeah, you'll be surprised. Just take one shot, anything can happen. The guy could get cut, he could go to the judges and he loses, right? But like I said, I got Albert by submission, guys, all right? Next fighter, we got Mo Miller versus Brandon Lewis. Mo Miller here, strong wrestling base. His wrestling is decent, man. A lot of suplexes, very aggressive, athletic, very quick. But he can get taken down. I noticed that. He can get taken down. I believe his fight here, it was his amateur fight against Johan Rojas. He almost got submitted in the last round there by a rear naked choke. So he was flattened out. So they had hooks in and everything. So, and getting ground and pound. So he's gonna have a 4-inch of height here and this 7 to 8 inch of reach, which is freaking massive, dude. He has a long, but this guy is skilled though. His wrestling is his thing. The wrestling is what is gonna save him, especially in this fight. So if he can keep grinding, and of course he's gonna win, right? And his wrestling is very strong. He's a strong base there. His opponent here, Brandon Lewis. In my opinion, he's gonna have the better stand-up. When you look at Mo's stand-up, is still in the process. He would throw the jab, and maybe come out straight out the pocket with the straight, right? But Brandon, I believe Brandon here has a more of a karate base and a BJJ purple belt, but his technique, his foundation is good. Yeah, so he has a good stand-up, right? Stand-up is better, like I'm reading from notes here. We'll also look for takedowns. I feel Brandon is more well-rounded, guys, to be honest with you. Like I said, karate base and a purple belt in BJJ. But the thing about this fight is that Mo is wrestling and his athleticism and the height and reach. Just that little wrestling there, well, I shouldn't say little because that's his strong base there. Just that wrestling base from Mo, it can give Brandon problems, right? Because then Brandon has a wrestling too, but it's not on the level of Mo. So if Mo can avoid the submissions and then push for takedowns and grind, then he can pull off a win here, right? But this is the next fight here, man, where both guys are undefeated. Both guys are undefeated in the pros, right? Amateur, obviously, this George Billy guy here, which actually was taking down Brandon. So it's kind of similar. It's kind of similar to what Mo possibly could do. You know what I'm saying? So this Billy guy was taking down Brandon, and that's why he pulled off the win there on him. So this is a fight here where, Mo just staying outside. He's gonna have the height and the massive reach, man. I mean, it's kind of. I'm not saying it's kind of hard for him to lose because anything is possible, like I said. But if Brandon can close the distance and pepper him up with shots and avoid the takedowns, and Mo gets tired, then Mo be in problem. Like I said, from what I see from Brandon, he's not a bad fighter, man. He's not a bad fighter, and both are undefeated. And I feel like Brandon is more well-rounded, in my opinion. He has a better striking, his better. His foundation is stand-up. His foundation is a little bit stronger in the stand-up, and the fight starts standing up. But Mo has strong wrestling. Once he put his hands in, he's going to take you down. But Mo can get taken down too. Not confident, guys, in this one at all. But the only reason why I'm edging Mo because of the reach and the height and the wrestling and him. And the fact that he does have a little striking with the jab and he comes straight on the pocket. So, and then he can throw some kicks here and there and he can move around. He's athletic, he's quick. You just can't gas out in this fight. He can't get tired. If he gets tired, he's screwed because Brandon is going to take over. I must say Mo, but I'm not confident in this one. I could see Brandon actually. I was actually going to push for Brandon until I look up and saw the reach. because it has the reach and height for Brandon, but not for Mo. It has the height for Mo, but not the reach. But I went and did some research, and I found out that it was like 72-inch reach, man. That's freaking massive. 72-inch reach, and 5'8", and Brandon is what, like 5'4", with a, I think it's like what, 63-inch reach or 64-inch reach. He has like an 8-inch reach and 8 to 7-inch reach over him. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Mo here, but like I said, I'm not confident in this one. I'm gonna say Mo by submission. No, not by submission. I'm gonna say Mo by decision, guys. All right. Main fight in the card here. That was co-main, and we got Jailton Almeida versus Nasrudin Nasrudinov. Sure, I mispronounced that, I believe. Jailton Almeida here, BJJ black belts, big dude, 6'4". I'm not sure if he's reached though, but I know he's gonna have a massive reach on him. Could be 78 or something like that. Could be 77. He's gonna have the 4-inch of height, and definitely he's gonna have the reach over Nas. Right, I'm just gonna say Nas, guys. Striking looks suspect though, man. He looks like he wind up a lot, and he don't really have no good technique. His stand-up foundation, footwork movement is, in my opinion, is not that good. Obviously, he's probably still working on it, right? But he has BJJ black belt though, and he will submit you. I believe majority of his fights are by submission. So this is a guy here that if he gets you to the ground, most likely he will submit you, right? Rear naked. Armbar. He has 8 by submission, so that's what he's going to be looking for, right? His opponent here, Nasrudin or Nas, he throws a lot, man. He comes in with a lot of combination on him, heavy leg kicks. He mixes it up with combos, with punches and kicks. We'll also look for takedowns, man. In my opinion, Nasir, in my opinion, is a more well-rounded guy here, man. I mean, if you look at his opponent here, Almeida, right? He more, from what I see, because like I said, a lot of these guys don't have no footage on them, so I probably saw like one little footage from a long time ago, like 6-7 years ago. But you can see here, he does a lot of grappling matches, so his main thing is to get you on the ground and submit you, right? And his stand-up is not there, man. And if you look at Nas is more a complete fighter, in my opinion, more well-rounded guy. And Nas has a wrestling there. Again, he's Russian again, so Khabib style, you know. So, and I believe Almeida said that he's going to be the next Khabib. So that's what he's saying. He said, I'm going to come in there with a Khabib style. So I guess he's trying to make a statement here and beat a guy that's from Russia, right? So, but like I said, with Nas is just more experienced guy, fought more experienced guys here, guys with better records, and he's just more well-rounded in my opinion. His stand-up doesn't look bad. His wrestling doesn't look bad. His takedowns, his submission game don't look bad. So I'm gonna go here for Nas, but like I said, man, with guys here, you can't really see much footage, especially their recent fights. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because I believe Almeida fought. He fought, well, this is all grappling matches here. He fought 2021, okay. In 2020, you can't see those fights. You know, 37-29, I mean, you can't see those fights. I'm like seeing fights like way down here, like maybe like 216 or something like that. So it's kind of hard to determine because you don't know what the guy looks like now. I mean, but from the past, he looks kind of wild, and, you know, his combinations is just swinging everywhere. He's going to burn himself out, you know, his chin is up. But if he gets the ground though, the ground is where he shine. But I'm liking Nas though, just for more experience and the more well-rounded guy. Okay, so I'm gonna say Nas by KO TKO, guys. Okay, quick look at the odds here, man. I'm very interested to see what the odds gonna look like. Jasmine, wow, Julia, even fight. Okay. I mean, you know what, man, I don't disagree with that, you know, even though it's a confident pick for me. But like I'm about told you guys, with Julia, she can close in, you know what I'm saying, get into the pocket, and she does do that very well, going into the pocket. You know what I'm saying, she's not going to obviously stay out there and then fight long range, because Julia going to have the 7-inch reach. But Jasmine going to have the 7-inch reach. So, you know, that's why, I mean, it's an even fight, and I totally agree with it. So, but for me, I feel that Jasmine should edge the win here. And it's a confident pick for me, but confident in like anything is possible. All right, we got Jack here, 154. Not confident in this one. Jack being favorite. I definitely consider Jack being favorite, and you can see some sides kind of 135 and so forth. So it's kind of a close fight in a kind of way. So I don't disagree with the odds here. I can see Jack winning it, but it's still be careful though, because Angie, if he catches him with something, Jack could get knocked out or knocked out. He's been knocked out before. Okay, Potter and Lucas. Oh no way! No, Jose! I knew this would happen. No way. This fight here, Potter and Lucas, believe it or not, even though Potter don't have no stand-up game, Lucas can get taken down. And like I said, he's just, both guys are, the levels, the experiences, I feel like it's just not there. So for Lucas to be this high, it's crazy. Even fight. Be careful. If Potter can be sneaky and get a takedown, or Lucas probably take him down and get caught, that's it. So this fight here, Potter and Lucas, be careful. All right. Albert and Bittencourt. It's kind of Albert. Yay. No. And the reasons why I told you. Bittencourt, stand-up is not bad, right? He has a little takedown defense, I see. But he's heavy hitter. He's heavy. His punches and kicks are on point. What I see from Albert, he's a good fighter and he's very well-rounded dude, but he's open for shots. There's little holes in there, you know what I'm saying? And you just take one shot. So like I said, yeah, the guy's Russian and everything like that, but he's not Khabib. You understand what I'm saying? And for this high, I disagree. Albert being favorite, sure, yeah, maybe, but like 150, close to even. I mean, just being honest, because Bittencourt, like I said, is not much footages, and a little footage I see from a long time ago, from his old fights, he looks pretty impressive, man. Even though he's not really fighting anybody, really, but you can tell his stand-up is on point. Like his foundation is on point, and he hits heavy. So if this guy comes in there and has land something, his lights out. It doesn't take much, man. So I disagree with this one. So be careful. All right, be careful with this. Brandon Lewis and Mo Miller. So this is the next one too, man. The odds, and Miller is a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but Brandon Lewis, in my opinion, is more well-rounded, man. He's more well-rounded fighter here, man. And if Miller, I see Miller in a couple fights, he gets reversed and get taken down. I'm telling you, man, even though he got a longer height and reach, but like I said, sometimes the guy has a height and reach. It's stand-up fighting. Miller is not really known to be striking, so he doesn't know how to use his reach too well. But he's learning though, and he's getting better at it because he has a jab on him. But Brandon Lewis' foundation is stronger standing up. Has more of a karate. I believe he has some Muay Thai in there too. And he also has wrestling himself too, and BJJ purple belt. So I was going for Brandon before, and then I saw the height, and I saw actually the reach, and I was like, Miller has a little jab on him, he can keep him a distance, and then the wrestling. But I totally disagree with this one. This fight here, to be honest with you, I have it as an even fight. Lewis can win the fight. I have this at even. Even fight, man. Just from my opinion. Okay, so be very careful with this one too. Nasrudinov and Almeida. Nasrudinov 184, should have crossed. Yeah, I do believe Nas should win this fight. I do believe he should win it. But there's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu aspect to this, but he would have to get the submission at Nasrudinov. And Nasrudin has the wrestling too. And he looks like he knows how to defend, and he seems more well-rounded, man. And the footage from Almeida I see is not much, and what I see from the stand-up is not there. The stand-up is not at the level of Nasrudin, right? But the BJJ, maybe the submissions, maybe. 184, I really don't disagree with the odds in this one, man, but still, just be careful. But I don't really disagree, okay? The odds that I disagree with, though, is definitely Potter and Lucas, definitely Albert and Bittencourt, and definitely Mo Miller and Lewis. These three fights here, be very careful with them. Especially the ones that are so high odd like this. These guys shouldn't be so high on the odds. There's no way, dude. Be very, very freaking careful. Okay. So that's about it there, guys. Check out my Patreon account for my prop bets, which I'm going to leave on there. I'm going to leave some combination parlays also. Mix up some of these in there. And also the face-off and weigh-ins. I'm going to drop that maybe in a couple minutes or so. Maybe an hour. All right. So that's it right there, guys. I'm going to be working on... We got a couple events coming up. I feel like I haven't posted a video in a while. Maybe on my other channel I have though. The UFC Fight Night, I'm going to do that one. And the Bellator 266, I'm going to do that one also. So look forward to that one, guys. One love out to everybody. Subscribe to this channel. Give me some thumbs up, man. Show some love, man. Sign up to that Patreon account. Let's get it.